Have I mentioned lately that I love doing tag videos? Hey there, and welcome to my channel. This is Foggy Fiction, and I am Haley. I'm a writer living with mental illness, doing my best to show that mental health does not dictate talent or worth, and hoping to encourage others to chase their dreams. If you're new to my channel, I try to post 1 to 2 videos per week, usually about things related to writing, reading, and mental health, but sometimes I get off topic, and that's okay too. If you haven't already subscribed and want to follow me on this clumsy journey, make sure to hit that button and ring the bell if you want to. Today I'm doing the Writer Stereotype Tag. I found this tag from Reader-Turned-Writer's channel, but I believe the original is actually from Meredith Phillips Writes. Either way, they're both good channels that you should definitely follow, and I am excited to answer these 5 questions. So let's get to it. Number 1. What are 3 to 5 writer stereotypes that don't apply to you? Reader-Turned-Writer also gave ones that do apply, so I'm going to follow suit. So what stereotypes do not apply to me? I don't drink an obscene amount of coffee. I can't have a lot of caffeine as it triggers my panic attack, so I don't drink it much, and it's decaf when I do. I also don't drink alcohol anymore for the same reason, so let's cross that one off the list too. Although I did used to drink a lot of both before they became triggers, so maybe they don't actually count? I don't know. Let's see. I do not prefer to read physical books. I know that one will be super controversial in the reader sphere, but hear me out, it is an anxiety thing. Deep down, I will always prefer physical books, the smell, the feel of the paper, getting to watch my journey with the book in the ridges of the spine. However, my anxiety makes me feel like I need to be multitasking basically at all times, and so it's hard for me to just sit with a book in the middle of the day with nothing else but that book. But when I am lying in bed at night and my boyfriend has already fallen asleep and I'm not able to sleep yet, I have zero problems picking up a Kindle and reading. What else? I do not write in coffee shops. I'm not unemployed. And I don't stay up writing all night because my sleep schedule is super important for my mental health. Also, looking up writer stereotypes, smoking was on almost all of the lists, and I don't do that either, but I also think that one is more of like a Hollywood portrayal, so yeah. But what stereotypes do fit me? I am a crazy cat lady, who currently doesn't have any cats. I procrastinate way too often. I spend less time actually writing than I should, and I have more ideas for stories than time to write all of them. Number 2, what part of the writing process is hardest for you? Editing. Absolutely 99% editing, because once I get myself into the flow with writing, I really enjoy getting the bare bones of that story out of me. Especially now that I've learned what kind of prep I need before I actually sit down and start writing. It's just so much easier for me. But editing, I don't know why, but it is such a difficult mess just getting myself to focus and finish the edits once the first draft is done. And that used to be my most favorite thing, so I don't know. Editing, for sure editing. As of right now. Eventually I'm going to start querying and then we'll see how I feel about editing then. Number 3, do you feel imposter syndrome as a writer? What about as a YouTuber? Absolutely yes. As a writer, of course, all good writers experience that, I think. I say good because the few people that I've met who didn't seem to experience it weren't writing anything I enjoyed reading, which I guess doesn't technically mean that they weren't good writers, just that I didn't like what they were putting out. But anyway, yeah, imposter syndrome is very real and can be super devastating for most writers, but I'm super lucky to have a wonderful crew of beta readers and writing friends and just friends in general who help me work through it. And as far as YouTube goes, I think my imposter syndrome might be bigger here. But I feel like that's mostly because I have such a small channel and I just don't feel like I'm as good as all the other amazing channels that I follow. Which is literally what imposter syndrome is, so there's that. It doesn't help that I've been running my channel for more than a year, but I love doing YouTube and making these videos and being a part of this wonderful community. So while the imposter syndrome is very much there, it's not holding me back as much as it could. Number 4, do you generally receive support or skepticism about your writing? It depends on who I'm talking to. Most of my friends and family are super supportive, but there have been a handful in the bunch who haven't read anything I've written or only stuff I wrote as a kid, who have done the whole, "Are you sure that's what you want to do with your life?" thing. Yeah, but I'm also going to keep a regular job because I'm not ignorant to the realities of my craft, so... But I also do get a lot of subtle skepticism. My heater's kicking on if you can hear it, I'm sorry. I also do get a lot of subtle skepticism from people too. If I'm casually talking with a customer at work about working on my books, they always ask where they can buy them. And when I say that I haven't got them published yet, it's almost always a pretty immediate, Which is fine, but, like, to me, that says that you've immediately lost interest because you don't think I'm gonna make it. But luckily, I almost always get support, so it's good. At least from the people who matter, so it's good. Or the people who matter right now, I guess. All future readers matter, but right now, before I have them, my circle matters. And number 5, what is one piece of advice you want to give to new writers? I know it says 1, but I've got 2 things. The first one is, Set is not dead. I don't know who told you that or where you got that information, but it is wrong. Set is invisible and we love it. And dialogue usually doesn't require you to use it that often anyway. And the second thing is, don't strive to be the best. The best implies that you have reached a stopping point. You are at the ceiling. There is nowhere else to go. But that is absolutely not true. Every story you write, every manuscript you edit, every book you send out into the world, you will learn from and expand your talent and better your skills. There is no ceiling here. You can never stop learning. This is a journey with no destination, and you keep getting better with every stop along the way. And actually, I do have one more thing that ties into that. Don't give up. We all start out with drafts we never finish, and ones we're not proud of. You get better as you go. And even then, not everyone is going to like your writing. You're going to get beta readers that tear apart the same scenes that others love. There is literally someone out there who absolutely hates your most favorite book. I hated almost all of the classics that I had to read in school. Some people just aren't going to like your writing or the things that you're writing about. And it's totally normal. Just don't let it hold you back. And that is the Writer Stereotype Tag. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of my answers. Are there any you relate to? Any you disagree with? Let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And more than that, enjoy the happy moments.